Hello all, down at the apiary today, Lancashire Pure Honey. What I'm going to show today is I'm going to redo the feeder, and I've got a slight upgrade with the feeder. I've got a proper feeder now because I noticed that they were draining the sugar water quite quickly in the little jars. So today I'm going to go into the hive, I'm going to change the feeder over to this new one. I'll show you it, how it works and everything like that. And also, when I looked at the brood box the other day, I noticed that the bees hadn't quite developed onto the other frames yet. So I'm going to move a few of the frames around, try and encourage them to go from the center 5 frames and work their way out a bit and build out the combs a bit and help them along. So I'm just going to show you how it's going on. So see you in a bit. So this is the feeder, which is going to change over from the jars that are currently in there. So basically how it works is, obviously here's my sugar water 1:1. I'm going to put the sugar water in this section here, and basically how it works is I've got the crown board on the bottom, the hole literally placed on top of the crown board, the bees come up here, this goes over, and as you'll notice there's little holes at the bottom of this plastic section, and basically it will fill up all this and it will drain into there. The bees come up and they basically sit like that facing downwards and they drink the sugar water. So this should last them, I would like to think, maybe a week rather than a few days with the little jars. So it will hopefully keep them a bit more feeding for longer, as I've been told that in June there's a 2 weeks spell where there's not much pollen going around, and so the bees can get quite temperamental for 2 weeks in June, and I've been told to help this out so that when I go into the hive they're not angry with me as much. I've got to make sure that there's plenty of food for them and eating the food. So yeah, I'll fill this up now. So literally just unscrews, fill it up like that. There you go, simple as that. So now we're inside the actual brood box we saw the other day, and what I'm going to do is see how the bees are currently on these 5 frames here. Basically, so there she is right there, the queen. As you can see, she's got a little red, green dot on her, so she's quite happy. She's alive, that's good. Plenty of bees going about here. If you look closely, you can see all these little capped cells. They're the brood, so that's where the baby bees basically are, and they're all the females, as you all know. I'm trying to show you some what are called drone cells. So you see these ones here that are a bit more bigger, they are drones, so they're male bee cells. See how they come out a bit more. So as you can see, basically what I've done is I've taken one frame here and another frame here, and basically made a gap and put fresh frame down the middle here. So basically I'm trying to get them to try and build out these frames here, which have got no comb on them at all. That's the idea anyway. Hopefully it works quite well, because as you can see now the bees are having to go from here over the new one onto a freshly drawn out comb. So try and encourage them to build out that one, and then I'll come back in 2 weeks and I'll do the same again with these ones and just slowly work it out. So as you can see, I've now installed the feeder. So basically the bees will come up like they are, they'll go down this bit here and they'll be able to sip and drink the sugar water. Simple as that really. Provide some sugar water, then they can sip and eat whenever they want. It's a bit bigger than the typical jars, so it should last a bit longer for them, and less disturbance next time when I go in, because I can just literally just pour it and leave them. Thank you. Bye for now.